Caleb Thomas, B&M Methods Group. Today we're talking about shifting paradigms or changing your self-image. When you look in the mirror, are you everything that you know you can be or everything that you ever wanted to be? I highly doubt it. There's always room for improvement, and most people aren't anywhere close to where they know they can be. So, what is your paradigm? Your paradigm is all the habits and everything that control you. Well, control you. You always have the control, but most people don't know it. But it's the subconscious programming that you've adapted since you were a child. You have to shift your paradigm to shift your life. We have to understand that the body is the instrument of the mind. You have to work at your craft every single day, in and out. See, your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a dream and reality. It doesn't know a joke from being serious. So whatever you tell it, it accepts. So you must be very conscious of what you put into your subconscious. See, your conscious mind controls your subconscious. And your subconscious is basically things that you do without even thinking about it. So if you're conscious about it, you can literally control your whole life. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. All you need to know is that it can. That's all you need to know. I just ordered a book on cybernetics, recommended by Bob Proctor, and he gave a brief overview of it, which made me interested. Is why I purchased it. So he connected self-image to cybernetics through the example of basically a thermometer. So think of it like your home system, your AC. You set it to 70 degrees. And think about somebody left the door open and now it's 55 degrees in the house. It's always going to go back to that 70 degrees until you change the program. So this is what our paradigm basically is. Your subconscious mind or your self-image connects to cybernetics, because you can lose some weight, you can do a few workouts, but until you change the program, you're always going to revert back to your original paradigm. And this is why I said in my video yesterday, the longer you take to get in, the longer it's going to take to get out. Because you're building that paradigm so much over time, it's going to take just as long to break it down. Maybe even longer for some. But if you truly understand and grasp these concepts and you work at them every single day, you can cut that time in half and you can become successful in just half the time that most people would take. You know, none of it's going to happen by accident. It's only going to happen through you. You have to make the effort. You have to decide that this is what you want. And you cannot permit anyone to take you off of your track, fuck them. If anyone gets in your way, keep on going about your business. Don't even recognize them. Keep pushing forward. You have to have laser focused, tunnel vision on what it is that you want. You have to see it. You have to envision it. And you have to become emotional about your vision so that you can vibrate at what it is that you want. You have to vibrate on that same plane. And both of you, well, you and that object or whatever it is, you will attract each other. Just like you're on this video right now. You've attracted me and I've attracted you. I've been waiting for you, man. Where you been? I'm glad you're here now. Go ahead, sub, like it, share it. Get it out there, man. Don't do yourself the disservice of holding other people's away from information. You know, givers get. Givers get. The more you give, the more you get. So just food for thought. You know, I forgot who said this, but it's profound. I'm extremely grateful for the idea that has used me. I'm extremely grateful for the idea that has used me. Somebody look that up, pin it in the comments with the original quote. Here's one. I read a book. This was I wouldn't say before, but when I first started to get into this journey. The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg. And basically everything we do is habitual. It's all habit. And that goes right along with your paradigm. So you have to break the pattern. So first you have to realize what triggers the habit. Once you figure out what's triggering that habit, if you can get that indicator and you can get it early enough, you can change the whole habit. You can see what triggers it, change the habit. Now when you get that same trigger, you're doing something good instead of something bad, and you can totally reverse it. So I recommend picking that book up, Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg. There's a lot of great insight in there. So we need to start doing things right away, no hesitation. Just do it. Do it now. Like I said before, I'll say it 1,000 more times. Now is all you have. Now is all you have. Do it now. You need to respect yourself by becoming the best version of yourself. One day when you look in that mirror, you're going to be everything that you set out to be. If only you decide to do it. Thinking is the hardest work in the world. That's why most don't do it. And that was Henry Ford. And it was funny because I heard somebody at work in a conversation today. I overheard them. And they were, I don't think much. And I just laughed because I had just heard that quote. You guys need to find what's putting you in a flow state and do more of that. Especially. Well, only if it's good. Because if you're doing something bad and if it's putting you in a flow state, that's not good. So find something good. Like reading puts me in a flow state. Time passes by like that and I can blink an eye and 2 hours have passed. I'm halfway through a book without even realizing it. That's what flow state is. So if you have something like that, working out in the gym, whatever it is, writing, find something that puts you in a flow state and do it. Only if it's good. So take this analogy, take this example, and apply it into your life. This is how this is how your subconscious mind can work for you. Think about flight simulators. You can learn how to fly a plane without even doing it. You can learn how to fly a plane, drive a truck without doing the actual thing. Do that in your mind. Become exactly who it is you want to be. Imagine the wealth. Imagine everything. Imagine the people you're reaching out. Imagine the people you're reaching to. Imagine who you're affecting. Take that feeling and then do it enough times and apply it in real life, and it will become true. Because I'm doing it now. I just started. I think I only have like 200 views so far, if that. But just one is enough. If I'm affecting one person, that's enough. I had my first comment the other day, and that felt good, man, to know that I'm reaching people. And I know that thousands and thousands more will come. It just, it's going to be a snowball effect. Boredom is the absence of the creative idea. So if you're bored, you need to get into the creative mind. You're probably in the competitive mind. Get into the creative mind. It's the only way. It's one of the laws. You cannot be in a competitive mind. It says if you are in something that is competitive, get out of it immediately. Only be creative. Through that alone, you can get rich. And you won't need motivation or anything once you find something you actually love. You won't need the motivation to do it because you'll love to do it. I don't need motivation to make these videos. I get on here because like I just said, I am affecting people worldwide. Isn't that enough? I love that. That is such a good feeling. So I'm going to keep doing this until it's unfathomable. Alright, next note. So that's one thing. This is the opportunity. Stop looking for opportunities where people can help you. The real opportunity is where you can help people. And don't let that go over your head. The real opportunity is where you can help people. That's the opportunity. Not where people can help you, but where you can help them. That was a really good note I took down. So this is all about changing the way that you look at yourself. That's the big idea here. Changing the way you look at yourself. Because self-image is so important. And I believe it was in that book, Psycho-Cybernetics, where they talked about there was like a plastic surgeon and he was removing scars on people's faces. And some people it had the effect of changing their whole outlook on life because it changed their self-image. In others, it didn't change much at all. So I'm interested to read why it changes some and changes when it doesn't change others. It probably has to do with, I know it has to do with the mind, but exactly why, I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to share it with you guys when I learn. See, the more you study things, the more you understand. And the more understanding you have, the more wisdom you have on it. And the more comfortable you are with it. You cannot fully express yourself if you do not have the funds to do so. And this is the whole thing. This is why I need money. I need to be able to express myself to you guys. And I need the most money I can get. When someone asks you, how smart you are. You're never going to say, oh, just enough to be comfortable. A lot of people say, oh, I just want enough money to be comfortable. I don't need that much, just enough to be comfortable. What? If someone asks how smart you are, you're going to, well, at least me, I want to be as smart as I can be. So the same thing with wealth. I want to be as wealthy as I can possibly be in this lifetime. Not only for me, but for everyone else. We have to understand these principles. And going back to that, the more you study, the more you understand. And once you understand it, it becomes simple. See, things are complicated now because you don't understand it. But once you understand it, it's simple. Like riding a bike or driving a car. The first time you did it, you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. But as you did it more and more and more, it became simple. You can ride your bike with no hands. So do that in your craft. Like I said, you don't need to know how you're going to do it. You just need to know that it can be done. Put your faith into it. And it'll work out. It has to. These are the laws. Let's see what else I've written down today. By the way, I got a new pen. I love it. Lamy, I believe it's called. Sponsor me if you guys are watching this. It's a pretty damn good pen. German made. I tend to like some German. I mean, I drive a German car, so I don't know. I like their stuff. But anyhow, we are the highest form of God's creation. You see, like animals, they have the five senses. We have more. We have will. We have the ability to choose. We have a lot more senses than just animals. And that's why animals are perfect. Because they don't have these abilities. So they just go off of instinct, which is perfect. Instinct is perfect. So we need to take advantage of what we have. If your paradigm does not change, neither will your results. If your paradigm does not change, neither will your results. Just like I mentioned earlier, it's like the thermometer. It's always going to go back to its original temperature until you change the program. You have to change the program of your mind. And right now, wherever you are in life, you've brought all of that to fruition through these laws and principles, whether you know it or not. But once you become conscious of it, you can look back and say, hey, now I see why this, and this happened. Once you understand these things, you will understand why you are where you are. And then you will understand that you can be exactly where you want to be. Act it out. Like I said, we are God's highest creation. And God is trying to express himself or itself, because God is energy and it's the highest and purest form. It's perfect. And that perfection is trying to seek external expression through you, through your body. And I don't know when we lost this as humans, but we need to get back to the spiritual realm and start doing the work. I doubt that everyone's going to get on this frequency, but the more that do, I think the better the world's going to be. Because everyone on this frequency is vibrating so high. It's crazy. And that's what attracted me to it. High vibration, man. Hoping and wishing are so different from actually believing. Hoping and wishing are so different from actually believing in the thing. See, your belief causes the transmutation. And once you can transmutate the energy, you can have that thing. So we need to start studying this stuff more and more and more. Watch my videos on repeat. Get it ingrained into your mind. Act these things out. Follow the laws. And you too can become successful. But that's where I'm going to leave it today. Change your self-image. Get yourself in gear. Man up. Do the thing. And get on with it. Until next time, I wish you health, wealth, and peace of mind. I'll catch y'all later.